Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Paige and today I'm going to be sharing with you my very first pregnancy update thing. So today I am 11 weeks pregnant. I am going to be totally and brutally honest. There is no TMI here. So if you are like, why she said, don't even listen. If you got a problem with hearing certain stuff, go ahead and go to the next video. Okay, because I'm gonna be brutally honest. All right, so I'm gonna give you some updates how it's been for the last 5 to 11 weeks. I had filmed an update. I think it was like 5-6 weeks. It was before the morning sickness came. Okay, I thought I was living my best life. I had makeup on, my hair was fixed. I decided not to show that because shortly after I filmed that nausea came in full force and it hasn't left yet. Okay. So let's go ahead and get on into the update. Okay, so I might be referencing back to some apps that I have on my phone. I will tell you the apps that I use because when I share pictures on Instagram, like as far as how far along I am and what size the baby is this week, I get questions every time. So my favorite app is the Pregnancy Plus app, and it's really cool because it shows the actual size, and of course, you know, everybody's different, but it's pretty much the average. So each week it'll show you, and there's like a little heartbeat. Can you hear that? That's so cool. So that's its actual size this week, which kind of blew my mind because if you look back, I'll go back to 5 weeks, the actual size. You can't even see it on there. It was literally this big. So for me to be at that point now where it's like, for one, it looks like a baby now, and it's that big, it just kind of blows my mind. So I really love that app. It'll also give you sizes, and it gives you like comparison to an animal or fruit or like a sweet. I just like to switch it out each week. This week I do sweets most of the time, and this baby is the size of a macaroon, which if you know me is my favorite sweet treat ever in life. So I thought that was really cute. Kind of want some macaroons, I ain't gonna lie, but there's nowhere local that can like really make them the way I want them. And I just ain't got the energy to make them myself. So speaking of energy, let's talk about symptoms and what's been going on. So let's start back with like week 5, which was, I wanna say when I found out was week 5, I think. I'm not even sure. So I found out February 8th, which I guess that was a Friday. So I would assume I just turned 5 weeks that day, I think. My first initial symptoms were just like super fatigue. I was really tired, and I'm not like 9 or 10 o'clock going to sleep kind of girl, but as soon as it would get dark I would start yawning and I would just feel so tired. So that was like one of my first little inklings. My boobs were extremely sore. They hadn't started like getting really, you know, they hadn't started getting any bigger at that point, but you know, with period symptoms, those kind of fall, you know, in the similar category. So that's something that I was used to, so that wasn't like a big red flag. The biggest red flag was obviously that my period hadn't started. So week 6, the nausea kicked in, and at first it was just the feeling of nausea. So, and I don't know why they call it morning sickness, and I know I ain't the first person to say this, but it wasn't in the morning, it was all day long, and it never went away, and it still hasn't. Now there are parts in the day where it's worse. If anything, it's sort of worse in the evenings, not really when I go to bed, but the vomiting started, and boy, when it started, it was like it knocked the wind out of me. I don't know what it was. It was like I was sitting there eating that morning, and I'm at the point where I have to make myself eat, and it's really hard. The food aversion started pretty early on. I could think of something and I would know immediately that I did not want to eat it. Like I could see it, or somebody would mention it and I would know, nope, don't want that. I can go ahead and tell you I don't want that. Or I could see something and I'm like, ooh, I do want that. That's pretty much how I decided what I wanted to eat for like that first week, was I would see something on TV and that's what I would want. and most of everything was carbs. It was pastas and breads, which I'm not even that big of a pasta person, and potatoes. I am a big potato person, so that wasn't a surprise. But the doctor was like, you're probably going to want carbs, which was totally true. So that was pretty much all I wanted, and that was pretty much all I could eat. Like, even the thought of stuff would just make me sick, and it got to the point that it literally did make me sick. So I was sitting down one morning at the table eating breakfast, and I had to get up and run to the bathroom. And anytime I ate that day, maybe 30 minutes after, I would throw it up. So thankfully that didn't last too long before I was able to get into my first ultrasound appointment, and I was able to talk to the doctor, and they were able to put me a prescription in. Now, I was taking Unisom and B6 as soon as the nausea started, and I asked my doctor before I started taking it. They gave me the exact amount to take, and I was taking that, and it wasn't working. I was throwing it up, so I knew it was just going to get worse, and it was so bad. On the way to the doctor, we had to pull over, and I had to go inside McDonald's and throw up, and it was just so much. It was like I would just throw up to the point that there was nothing left, and I could not stop, like, that heaving. It was so uncomfortable, so bad. So thankfully I'm on diclofenac now, and I'm still nauseous. I still have that very nauseous, like, disgusting taste in my mouth that I cannot get rid of. So I constantly have, like, candies, and I try to have something to drink with me all the time. So as long as there's something in my mouth, I'm good. So the medicines that I've been taking for this pregnancy, I've been taking progesterone, and those are inserted vaginally, like a suppository kind of thing. I've been taking those since February 9th. So I've been taking those, and I have to continue taking those for the entire first trimester. She just wanted to make sure, because of my previous loss, that if progesterone levels had anything to do with it, she wanted to go ahead and make sure that that was going to be okay. So I've been taking those. I take prenatals, obviously. I take the Ollie brand. They're gummies. I went through so many different ones because they would make me so sick that I would, like, put it in my mouth and throw up, like, just putting something in my mouth. And I'm trying not to think about it. It was so bad. And I want to start taking some fiber vitamins because if you know anything about pregnancy, if you've been pregnant before, if you've watched pregnancy updates before, then you know constipation is a thing, okay? It is a thing. And one of the main reasons I've read that you will be constipated in your pregnancy is because of, you know, fluctuating in hormones, and progesterone will cause your digestion to slow down. Well, guess what? My body's already producing progesterone, and I'm taking progesterone. You know, so you see what's happening here? So I did buy a squatty potty. Just saying, I bought a squatty potty. Get you a squatty potty, okay? I bought a squatty potty, life-changing. Like I said, I am going to get some more fiber. I try to eat as much fibrous, like, foods as I can. Whatever I can take in that day, I try to eat that. When I talk a lot, I start to get, like, this feeling in my mouth. That makes me kind of sick, which is another reason why I haven't been on social media much, and I've just done a lot of resting. I knew that when I became pregnant again, I wanted to take it super easy that first trimester. I wanted to make sure that I was resting enough. I wanted to make sure that the baby was safe and, you know, growing as much as possible, and I wanted to make sure I'd done anything that I possibly could to help it. So I have been super MIA on social media, mainly because, like I said, I'm not fun to be around right now. I am extra, like, super sassy. I'm not like the emotional crying pregnant woman. I am the bite your head off pregnant woman. So there's that. The dreams and nightmares are level 1,000. I woke up crying from a nightmare today, and it was so bad. I've had some, like, really weird raunchy dreams. Like, my dreams are, like, all over, and I already had vivid dreams to begin with, but pregnancy dreams are out there, okay? They're out there. They will wake me up, and I'm like, can we go to the next one, please? Like, can I go on to the next one? I don't want to go back to sleep and fall back into that same dream again. So there's that. I do have a pregnancy pillow that's helping tremendously. That was something that I was very happy that I already had. We bought it at my last pregnancy, so I already had that. That was something that I needed initially because that first like six, 7 weeks was uncomfortable at night, so I was like trying to figure out how to sleep. Now I kind of find myself like not even sleeping with it. I kind of like drift away from it, but I know later on down the line, as I continue to get bigger, it will be very much needed. Symptoms right now, yesterday I did start to get a little like heart palpitations, which is totally normal because you have like more blood flow going on and all this stuff, so it's totally normal symptom. But I just felt like I had ran a race and it was like I just couldn't seem to like get calmed down. So I was trying to take a nap, but it was just my heart was racing so much, and I'm like trying to catch my breath and trying not to throw up and trying to go to sleep. And also it is so hard to eat, not only because of food aversions, but it's like I'm already full. Like I can take 4 bites of something and I'm done. Like I am so full, and as soon as I eat, I'm ready to sleep. Like I'm eat, now let's take a nap. That's all my body knows right now is eat a little bit, sleep a little bit. Eat a little bit, pee a little bit, sleep a little bit. And I've literally tried like all the nausea remedies, like all of them, like all the things. I've tried everything, and y'all are being so sweet on social media, like trying to help me. But y'all gotta know that your girl is self-sufficient, and I have looked up everything, and I've bought and tried everything. I've tried bands on my wrist. I've tried Preggy Pops. I don't even like the thought of those anymore. Sprites, ginger ales, ginger candy, ginger tea. No, can't drink none of that no more. Can't do none of that. The thought of ginger makes me sick. I don't have much energy to do anything. The most energy that I have is immediately when I wake up in the morning. I go ahead and get up. I'll toast me a piece of bread and I'll eat that, and I'll like tidy up the kitchen some. Or at this point, my house is a total wreck. I have not cleaned much of anything. One, because there's smells. I am still a bloodhound, and I can smell all the smells. So me like pulling out some cleaning stuff, I just don't know how that's gonna go. I went and got my nails done the other day, and I was like 60% of the time I was miserable while I was in there. I made it through, but I was miserable pretty much the entire time I was in there. I have washed some clothes, but Cody, my husband, will not let me take the clothes out of the washing machine anymore and put them in the dryer because I am short, and our washing machine is so deep that where it's sitting, it's like it butts up to our hot water heater, and I have to like dive in there to get the clothes out. So now he's like, no, you can put them in there, but I'll take them out. Okay, so there's that. But other than that, I really feel like that's all the symptoms that I got. I'm really hoping, my birthday is April Fool's Day, it's April 1st, and I will be 13 weeks the 5th. My new weeks start over on Fridays, so April 5th I'll be 13 weeks, so I'll be officially in the second trimester. And everybody's saying that when the second trimester gets here, the nausea and the symptoms and everything just kind of like dwindle off, and you'll feel better. I don't even really care about the energy part. I can fake that, but it's just a matter of me feeling good and getting this disgusting taste out of my mouth, because I can't do much of anything when this is going on. I just feel so miserable. So we're just crossing our fingers and toes that goes away. And if it doesn't, I don't know. My doctor did talk to me about upping my dose of Diclegis, so I think I'm going to do that tomorrow. I forgot to do it this morning because pregnancy brain. Also, that's a real thing. Pregnancy brain is real. So I'm going to show you my belly. I do have a belly, not really. I got one, sort of, kind of. I'm in this Facebook group on Facebook for women that are pregnant and are due in October. And some of these women have like popped. They are out there, and I'm like looking at me like, is my belly supposed to be that big? I know everybody's different, but I'll show you my bump. Here is the bump. I already carried a little weight down here before I got pregnant anyway. So, I mean, I already felt like that was already there, but this has definitely filled out, and it's hard now where it wasn't before. So I definitely, yeah, we're definitely there. We are there. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing what's been going on in the last few weeks, few months. Where are we at now? I don't even know. My math is all jacked up. I'm trying to think of like how many months I am, and oh, my brain. Y'all, my brain is really jacked up. I don't know what day it is anymore. I normally only know when it's Friday because my app will tell me, Paige, it's 11 weeks today. Or so I'm like, oh, it's Friday. My weeks are all jacked up. But I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed to the channel, I'm gonna have more baby related things in the future. I'm also planning on doing some normal things as well. So not everything will be baby related. It will be back to some lifestyle stuff, but obviously my lifestyle right now is totally different than it was a few months ago. So I'm gonna do a good balance of both of the things so that those of you that don't care for the baby stuff, you know, you still get the content that you want, but it's gonna take me a little while to get back to normal. So I'm just hoping that when April gets here, I will be a new gal, because this gal is pooped. I'm pooped. I'll see you on the next one, and I hope you have a beautiful and blessed day, y'all. Bye.